all of our ancestors who were in the bowels of the ships, chained, and never got a chance to bear a child and whisper, God is greater, into their ear. We say, come on, we are your children. I am a mother, a grandmother, a storyteller, a folklorist. I am a Muslim. And my name that was given to me at birth was Karen Maria Bolter, but it turned into Queen Nur, and that came to me spiritually. Nur is the 24th surah of the Quran. And as I looked at it, I looked at the responsibilities. It talked about women. Nur actually means light.
With the empty pot.
Storyteller Queen Nur has performed throughout the United States, Canada, and Africa. She's a past president of the National Association of Black Storytellers and received their Zora Neale Hurston Award, among many other honors.
And you won't believe the flowers that they had in their pots. Can somebody tell me their favorite flower? Anybody have a favorite flower? Or name one? Can you give me one? Yes. Well, one child had 100 daisies in a pot. Can somebody give me another one? Another one? What's your favorite one? Yes.
I am African American. And my father told us when we were in grade school, he said, always look for the black president. I follow Jaliyah, a term used in Africa, in West Africa, that means the art of storytelling. And as an African-American storyteller, I follow the tradition of the griots, the jellies, the jollies. But so my stories come from many different places, but when I tell them, they come from my heart. You pass on from this life into the next life, hoping for paradise. This is life. It is just that I believe that I will not dare retreat in the forest of the ancestors. I will be one who will be forgotten.
Percussionist Dwight James has performed with Queen Nur for the past 17 years.
Today I use antique cajoons, modern cajoons, and West African djembe, and a South African ilike, which is mostly known as a thumb piano, and I use a North African modern drum called the pan drum. What motivates her is history and sustaining our culture. She's a wonderful person.
This is Pop-Pop's mother. Grandpop Boy was never married. That's Lorraine. That's my grandmother. My beginning in terms of being a professional storyteller, I lost my husband in 1992. My late husband, his name was Carl Abdul Malik. And I had a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 10-year-old. My daughter, the youngest one, was going to a preschool. And they asked us if I could teach them about Kwanzaa. I said, you share your favorite stories, and I read Abby Yo-Yo, which was written by Pete Seeger, but it's a South African tale. And it was my husband's favorite tale. And that same month, I took it to my son's kindergarten class. And the 2 kindergarten teachers at Twin Hills Elementary said, you ought to do this as a profession. 1975, I graduated from high school, and my sister, Brenda, she got me a job in Philadelphia at the Medical Records Building. There was a man named Salahuddin Abdullah, and he would talk to me about Islam. And I was like, I don't know, he said, look, this is a little different for me. You know, I hadn't heard of it. But then that same summer, I read Malcolm X. And when I finished reading the book Malcolm X, I went to work and I said, Salahuddin, I'm ready.
I went back to school in 2012 to Goucher College, so I became a folklorist after that. Doll collection is a part of that. It's part of our folk culture, and particularly my focus is African American.
Queen Nur's doll collection was part of a recent exhibition at the Smithville Mansion in Burlington County, New Jersey.
Molly Red is my favorite doll, and the reason is she was a gift to me from my father. This doll was made through the history of topsy-turvy dolls. So topsy-turvy dolls came about because during the enslavement period, black children were not allowed to have black-faced dolls, or either they were not allowed to have white-faced dolls. So the dolls were made with black faces on one side and white faces on the other. And so they were hidden until they went into their cabins and they could play with the other side. There's certain people who say it kind of was a reawakening or a reconnection, but it never went away. Even though they took our languages and they took our drums when they found out that we were playing drums to send messages still, it's a way for us to teach and to pass on our rich traditions and our morals and our values.